Would I grab this or a S1K? Someone asked, is this a good beginner bike? If I could go back, would I get a ZX10r instead of the R1M? This bike is nuts! Would I go ZX10r or Gixxer 1000? What's up, guys? It's your boy FastLaneD, and today we are in freaking Miami, baby. More specifically, not really Miami. We'll go West Palm, but we're still in Miami. You know what I'm saying? And we are on this beautiful ZX10r. This is my last day with this bike. I've had it for about like 2 days now, and I've already put a little over 400 miles on this bad boy. I freaking love this bike, but I'm here to answer all your questions about the ZX10r. Now, if you're not following me on Instagram, you missed this post, but I did post that I was going to be doing this Q&A, and I asked what all do you guys want to know about this beautiful machine made by Kawasaki, and I'm going to go ahead and answer all the questions. But y'all know what time it is. It's time for that cold start, babe. Hey, it's got a nice little M4 slip-on, and that is literally the only mod besides the fender eliminator kit that the owner threw on here. Not bad, but man, we're staying at a really nice undisclosed location. I tried to show you guys some of the cars in the garage last night, and I'm not going to say where all these cars are, just for out of respect for the people that own them. But of course, the one time I don't check my microphone is the one time that it's not working. So there are freaking SVJs down there, 458s. SF90, there was a 812 super fast, and that was only on one level of the parking garage. Look at these views though, man. Florida is so beautiful. If you live down here, I am jealous, to say the least. But we're gonna keep this Q&A short and sweet and to the point, because the last Q&A I filmed, I had so much footage and I had to cut out a lot of questions because I started rambling. I think the video ended up being like 30-40 minutes long, and I was able to cut it down to like 20, but that was a long video. I don't want to do that again. So we'll go ahead and just start it off here. I screenshot a bunch of questions that you guys asked, so we're just gonna go through my photos. Nice, we got a Ducati boy out here and a CBR 1K. Hell yeah. Is this my bike? No. This is not my bike. It's just a bike that I'm riding down here in Florida in the meantime, because it's a long drive from where I live. Am I interested in getting one? No. And it's not because this is a bad bike. This is a phenomenal bike. Like, it sounds good. It's fast. I will say it is fast, and it looks really good. But it's just not my style, man. Like, it's just not unique enough, if that makes sense. Like, what I love about the R1M is the sound, like, and you don't get that with this bike. Like that, yeah, it sounds good, but it's not like there are a bunch of other bikes that sound the exact same, if that makes sense. With the inline 4, the R1, like, when you hear an R1, you know it's an R1. When you hear a Panigale V4, you know it's a V4. When you hear an MT09, like, you know it's an MT09. Like, it has that distinct sound, and sound for me is such a big part of the riding experience, man. When something sounds good, it's just intoxicating to ride. I had someone comment and ask about launch control on this bike, so I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful and not try it out. That's crazy. Yep, cool. Right in front of the sheriff. I'm glad I did not launch this bike. Well, that's awkward. Can we turn launch control off? I think it's still going to jump me forwards at like 8K. Watch. Yep. I was waiting on that. Okay, we'll get to launch control in just a moment. If I could go back, would I get a ZX10r instead of the R1M? Hell no. I love my R1M. Absolutely not. I'm not saying the ZX10 isn't a great bike. It's a phenomenal bike. I've loved my time with it. It feels super light. It looks good. It sounds good, but it's just not my style. And there are cops everywhere. We got 1, 2, and 3. And it is literally, what, 8 in the morning on a Sunday? I'm trying to act like I'm not doing anything. Someone else asked if I could have the ZX10 motor with the R1M looks. No. Like I said, the sound of that crossplane is just chef's kiss, man. Yamaha killed it with the sound on that bike. It sounds so good. How many miles are on this bike? As of right now, we have 1,777 miles on this bad boy. I'm not sure what year it is, but I'll pop that up on the screen as well. The riding position compared to my R1. This is a little bit more comfortable than the riding position on my R1, I will say that. Like, the ergos aren't as aggressive, and I want to do launch control, so we're going to pull over here and let all these cars pass. Alright, so hold down select and the mode button. Okay, we got launch control on. Oh, that was terrible. We gotta do that again. Nope. I was wondering if you let it out the clutch quick how it would work. Holy cow. This bike is nuts. What? Oh my goodness. Yeah, this bike's fast. This bike certainly is not slow. Launch control is fun. I needed to figure out how to do that on the R1M. Someone else asked what my favorite feature on this bike is, and it's the cruise control. This is the coolest feeling if you've never had it on a bike before. This right here, no hands, and we're cruising at 55. That's lying. That's not the actual speed. But being able to relax, especially since I've been doing a lot of trips down to Miami, which is about an hour from where I stay and back, this is where it's at. This is very nice. I can actually sit up and be in a comfortable position. But alright, I don't want to have to yell at you guys over the wind. I'm sure the audio is complete shit right now, so we'll pick back up once we get off at our exit in 30 miles. Yeah, cruise control is definitely the best feature about this bike. Yamaha, what are y'all doing? We need that on the new gen R1. If anyone ever watches this video, which I doubt they will, anyone from corporate. Also, the ergonomics are more comfortable on this bike, but this seat is terrible. If you get this bike, you gotta switch out this seat on the rear. Honestly, I've ridden a lot of sport bikes, and this is probably the worst seat I've ever sat on, for sure. My ass is killing me right now. Man, what a good looking freaking bike. If I were to get this bike, it would have to be in this KRT edition. This racing green, I mean, you got to, you know what I'm saying? It's a Kawasaki. Someone asked, is this a good beginner bike? Wow. Look, me personally, I'm never going to recommend someone to start on a 1000cc bike. Just safer ways to go about getting into riding. Think about it like this, okay? When you first learn how to drive, you could learn on a Lamborghini, all right? But why take the risk? Like, why not start out on something super cheap and a lot more forgiving? This bike is not forgiving. And even very experienced riders make mistakes on this bike. Like, when you get on this, you gotta know what you're doing. You could get yourself in a really hairy situation really quickly. And yes, you could get yourself in the same situation on any bike, but you just won't get there as quick, and it won't require you to react as quick as it would on this bike. Like, the nice part with slower bikes, I mean, is that you can learn, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can learn the fundamentals without having to worry about the power of the bike. And yes, it has power modes, but it's still a 1000cc bike. It's heavier than the smaller bikes. Like, there's a lot more hurdles you have to jump through. That makes the learning process a lot more difficult. And this is a whole nother video, but would I recommend this to a beginner? No. Not at all. Now, someone asked, is this a great beginner 1000cc bike? That's a really good question. Yes, I think this is an awesome beginner 1000cc bike. If you've ridden and kind of know what you're doing already and want to step up to 1000, yes. When you put it in sport mode, the power is very manageable. Just give me the light. Come on, it's hot, dude. Golly, that light just took freaking forever. That's put me in a bad mood. Anyways, what's it like riding in traffic? Any 1000cc bike in traffic is not the greatest. That's not what it was designed to do. And it's gonna be hot. Like, I don't care what bike it is, whether it's a Ducati or Kawasaki, it's gonna run hot, man. Like, these bikes weren't meant to sit. And it's a 1000cc engine sitting in between your legs. You got the engine, and then you also got the heat from the road, and then you also got the heat from cars around you. So you're gonna be miserable sitting in traffic on this bike, or any bike, any 1000cc bike at that. Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous, man. Look at my man on the ground with no shirt on. Y'all talk about me not wearing any gear. And he's got flip-flops on. That's called, if that's not zero given, I don't know what is. I'm just trying to get close to the beach. I need to find like a shaded area here. I just need somewhere inconspicuous. Oh, this is cool. I'm honestly just gonna put the bike right here for 2 seconds, and I'll be back in a sec. Wow, it is gorgeous out here, man. I think the camera's gonna do it justice. Man, I hope y'all enjoyed those drone shots that were at the beginning of the video, maybe just a second ago. Oh, I guess he doesn't care. How does the power compare to other Euro-made leader bikes? So I guess we're talking BMW. Definitely a lot slower. For sure, a lot slower. I'll compare it to all the recent bikes I've been on. Slower than the BMW, slower than the RS V4 1100 factory. It's probably quicker stock than the R1. The V4 is faster than this bike as well. This isn't a slow bike. I've just been on really fast bikes recently. If I were a daily / track one, which one would it be? I'm gonna have to go with the R1M. I just love that bike. Everything about that bike I love. The sound, the looks. I mean, that's why I own it. Otherwise, I probably would have bought a ZX10. Is this one tuned? No, this is not tuned, unfortunately. There's definitely a big flat spot. He said right at 6K. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's in the same spot, but there's definitely some flat spots in the RPMs. And the quick shifter is just awful on this bike. Terrible. Probably one of the worst quick shifters I've ever experienced. I think the Ducati quick shifter is honestly better than this one. And the Ducati quick shifter on my Daytona 9 is not the greatest. Like, when you shift on that bike, you know. Like, it like throws you forwards. Look. It just, I don't know. The cut time is terrible. It cuts for way too long. Oh, look at this turn, man. This is all they have down here. Is on and off ramps, they were telling me. to really get to lean their bikes over. I wish this car wasn't here. Dang, that was a perfect turn. Damn. So what I like most about the Kawasaki is that it's easy to ride. It's a fast bike. It's a good looking bike. There's not really a lot of customization. Yes, there's a lot of rider modes, but all you can change is the power that you get and the traction control on each mode. Everything else is kind of set to a standard thing for every mode. Would I grab this or a S1K? Definitely an S1K. Yes, the S1K is more expensive, but I feel like if you like this style of bike, you'll probably like the S1K just as much, if not more. And those are beautiful, and there's all sorts of cool features on it, like hill assist, heated grips, etc, etc. Quick shifter compared to the R1 is ass. Is this bike an S1000rr killer? Absolutely not. Not even close. Miles per gallon right now, I've probably been averaging, we can look. Let's see what I've been averaging here. I've been averaging 30 miles per gallon, but I've been doing a lot of highway riding too, where I set it at about 10 over the speed limit and just cruise. So keep that in mind. How well would it hold up against a Lamborghini, Ferrari, Corvette? It would smoke all those cars, without a doubt. Absolutely, just blow the doors off those things. Those cars are fast, but in order to keep up with a bike, you gotta be pushing like at least 800 horsepower and up, if not more. Would I go ZX10r or Gixxer 1000? Probably ZX10, honestly. What the heck? Nice indicator, dude. So irritating. Why would you not communicate to everyone what you're doing on the road when you're driving a ton of metal? Like literally 1 ton worth of metal that could kill someone. I just like the looks of the Kawi a little bit more, and they're a little bit more rare than the Gixxers. I'm from Atlanta, and there are just Gixxers. You pull up to any meet, there should be at least 10 plus Gixxers, like if not more. So just for the unique factor, I'd probably go with the with the ZX10r. Jesus. And I love this green. It's bright and obnoxious. Why green? Because you gotta go green. Like what other bike can you get in this bright green? Can't get a Honda, can't get a Yamaha, can't get a Gixxer in this green. I mean, you gotta go with the green if you go Kawi. Does it wheelie? I'll throw some clips on here so you guys see. Not really, no. Alright, watch. This should come right on up. Yeah, no, it doesn't. There's some setting that's on here. I don't know what it is. Even with traction control off. Like, look, if I hit it. This thing does not like to wheelie at all. I think there's a setting probably that you can change so that it does wheelie. I don't know what that is, and the owner probably has that turned on, which I understand, but I always liked this front end. No, honestly, at first I did not like it. Once I started seeing it more in person, it started to grow on me for sure. What exhaust is on here? The M4 mid-pipe. Not mid-pipe, it's an M4 exhaust. I'm so used to saying mid-pipe because that's what it was on Storm, an M4 mid-pipe. But yeah, no, it's just an M4 exhaust. Is it faster than the R1? Yes. Jesus, this road sucks. Oh, hell! That was a massive lizard. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I gotta drop this bike off. I'm not gonna show the owner's location. If y'all enjoyed that video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the FastLaneD gang, bang! The ZX10, FastLaneD, we out. Peace!